Hey, what's going on, everybody? Leigh Dickey here, comedian, actor, producer, reviewer, and welcome to the Leigh Dickey TV YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, and turn on notifications so you never miss another upload. Please do follow me on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Leigh T. Dickey, and visit my official website, leightdickey.com. If you would, please subscribe to both my podcasts, the Beats and Speaks podcast and Yo Nostalgia. Please do comment, like, subscribe, and share on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts as well. Please and thank you. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. That really helps us out a lot. But thanks for tuning in to the Leigh Dickey TV YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Now let's get on to today's video. This CSI Vegas revival adds 2 characters, Jamie McShane in a recurring role and a returning Paul Guilfoyle in the Jim Brass role. I tell you all about it right now. Alright, so the CSI revival series, the CSI Vegas revival series, has added 2 characters. Paul Guilfoyle is going to return to the Jim Brass role, and Jamie McShane, known for his work on the Netflix series Bloodline, has been cast in the Anson Wicks role. Now, the Anson Wicks character is described as a scrappy, self-made attorney, one who will fight tooth and nail, and he's somebody you want in your corner, but not someone you want to face off against. That seems really, really cool. I mean, I don't know if the CSI Vegas revival series is just a limited series. I mean, I've heard it described as such, and I'm hoping it gets picked up again after this sort of first run at the revival takes off. I'm hoping that the show does well. Of course, Jerry Bruckheimer is returning to executive produce the show, and you have William Petersen and Jorja Fox returning along with Wallace Langham as well. They're coming back for this CSI Vegas revival. Now, it's going to be a limited series at first, I think, but again, I'm hoping that it gets renewed for another run once the at least first season takes off or debuts, and then I'm hoping it does well. So you have Anson Wicks, played by Jamie McShane, and then you have the news that Paul Guilfoyle, who played Jim Brass for, I think, the original show's entire run, is coming back for 2 episodes. Now, how cool is that? So Paul Guilfoyle is coming back to the Jim Brass role. How cool is that? I loved the Jim Brass character. He always struck a chord with me, and I always really enjoyed, watching episodes with him in it. So that's cool. I mean, the article says, and I think it's from Deadline.com, that Guilfoyle is coming back for 2 episodes. I don't know whether that means he's just coming back for 2 episodes or at least 2 episodes. Still, it's cool to see Guilfoyle come back. I know that you have a new crop of actors and characters. You got Mandeep Dillon, you got Mel Rodriguez, Paula Newsome, Matt Lauria. Those are the new regular cast for this revival series. Again, you got William Petersen and Jorja Fox coming back, Wallace Langham coming back. Admittedly, and I will say this, I will admit that I didn't come in to the original CSI until very late in its run, maybe not until Lawrence Fishburne was a regular cast member. That was, what, season 9? So at least I didn't watch it consistently until Lawrence Fishburne came into the show, so I missed a lot. I missed Gary Durden's entire run, William Petersen's entire run, and I just, that's my bad on me. I guess, it just wasn't my thing when I was younger. I didn't get into it until, maybe even I was out of high school. It was just one of those things that, I was just doing other things and didn't really come into the show until really late. That's where I first encountered George Eads, who unfortunately is not coming back for this revival. Although, you never know, I'd like to see certain actors and characters return for at least cameos and one-off appearances. I'd like to see Guilfoyle return for more than 2 episodes. I'd like to see Jorja come back. I mean, you can retcon the whole, like, can we get Mark Helgenberger to come back? Maybe even Gary Durden. Like, we can retcon all that, can't we? Like, it just seems like I mean, I'm not saying that this isn't going to be good, but the realm of possibilities you have to, you know, have characters that were in the original show come back just for one-off appearances, just to even, like, tip the cap, that's cool to me. But you got Jamie McShane in a recurring role, and Paul Guilfoyle coming back as Jim Brass for at least 2 episodes. Now, Guilfoyle just wrapped 2 films, I think Arthur the King and Don't Look Up, with Leo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence along with Meryl Streep. So those should be good. And to be honest, like, I am a fan of Paul Guilfoyle and his work. I love the Jim Brass character. I can't wait to see what this CSI revival will do and what it'll bring to the table with CBS. I know it's a familiar property, and I know it's a revival, a reboot, if you will. But again, I'm a fan of this type of TV and of these types of shows. So of course, it's got me hook, line, and sinker. Like, I will tune in at least to the pilot just to see where it goes. And I'll probably tune in for the entirety of its run. I'm hoping that it's not just a limited series and that it gets renewed once this first season of the revival takes off. I mean, I'd love to see Ted Danson come back, Lawrence Fishburne, why not? Come on, like, let's get as many people to come back as humanly possible. But that's what's going on with the CSI Vegas revival. 2 characters. You've got Jamie McShane in a recurring role, and then you've got Paul Guilfoyle coming back in the Jim Brass role, at least for 2 episodes. That'll be cool. I know that Jamie McShane's role is a recurring role, so, you know, this cast is taking shape. It should be fun. It should be cool. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. 2 characters, 2 actors added to the CSI Vegas revival cast. Thanks for tuning in. I've been Leigh Dickey. We'll talk to you next time. Take care. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to Leigh Dickey TV on YouTube. Please remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share as well. Please do subscribe to both my podcasts, the Beats and Speaks podcast and Yo Nostalgia, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or your favorite podcast app and player of choice. Leave us a 5-star rating and review as well. Follow the fun on social media at Leigh T. Dickey. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And find out more information about me on my official website, leightdickey.com. All the links are in the description and show notes down below. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Leigh Dickey, comedian, actor, producer, reviewer, and we will see you next time. Peace!